Is this the year that Texas A&M pulls off an upset that I believe Aggies fans would love more than Ohio State beating Michigan, more than Oklahoma beating Texas? What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year round. If that is something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you believe Texas ampersand can beat Texas flagship proper? I think it's a interesting question to ask at this time of year, as we got SEC Media Days coming up just around the corner on Monday. Yours truly is going to be monitoring, covering, as you will, each one of these. I think SEC does a great job with its Media Days, making it a 4-day event and really squeezing every bit of preseason energy that it can out what has been the most dominant college football league of the last 20 years. But they're also up against it because they are facing the prospect of a third consecutive year without a national championship, and more importantly, without having played in the national championship game. This is a conference that could just count seven since 2003 from Nick Saban, right? LSU, and then 6 at Alabama, to say nothing of Georgia going back-to-back and being the only team in the college football playoff era to do that. LSU jumping in there 2019, one of the best offenses anybody's ever seen or heard about. And Florida, in the Urban Meyer years, but after that, it's been really difficult to get anybody from that middle tier into the upper echelon of national championships. This is why the Big 12 feels like it doesn't get a fair shake. Like 1 through 16, no league is tighter. None. It's tighter than the Big 10. It's tighter than the ACC. It's tighter than the SEC. I would even make the argument that it is tighter than... Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get in trouble. It ain't worth getting in trouble with no jokes. Anyway, it's tight between them, right? And I was thinking about this because at the top end of the Big Ten and the SEC, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, maybe Michigan. You're going to get Alabama, Georgia, now Texas, right? LSU-ish, right? Georgia. I think as we are having these discussions, it's important to note just how these things translate into games, right? As I've just done the first draft of the 136, the ultimate, RJ Young's ultimate 136, and it is 20,000 friggin' words once again. Even as we got 2 more teams, it was 20,000 words last year at 134, so take that for what you will. But, everybody's ranked in accordance with, hey, this is everything that we know. This is not a power ranking. So it's not like number 3 versus number 4. It's more like number 3 in conversation with 136. It's more like 77 in conversation with the 136. But I'm sure that you will find reasons to disagree with me, more reasons to disagree with me than you will find reasons to agree with me, as that's what people do. They see the headline, they don't click through, they don't listen to what we are talking about, what we have to say, and, they go draw their conclusion. Fine, that's not for them. So when you look at this headline, you must think, is RJ on something? No, he is not. RJ is admitting that A&M looks a lot like Oklahoma State in Bedlam. Like, you look at it historically, Texas beaten A&M 77 times. A&M has beaten Texas just 37 times. This is going back to the 19th century that they've been playing this rivalry game. Now, it took some years off because I submit to you, Ohio State and Michigan hate each other. I submit to you, Oklahoma and Texas hate each other. But they don't hate each other enough to mess up the money. And Texas and A&M hate each other enough to mess up the money. They did not play each other for damn near 15 years because they hate each other so much, even though that game on Thanksgiving is one of three I was supposed to look forward to. I always forget about Ohio State, Michigan, because I got there late. I'm from Oklahoma. I know A&M fans. I know Texas fans. They hate each other. They can't stand each other. You can't get caught in Aggieville down there. It's in Aggie Land, College Station. Aggieville's in Kansas State, Manhattan. In College Station, with a Texas logo anywhere near you, lest somebody just come out and sock it to you in your draw, like just straight up on general principle. Do you know where you are? This is Texas Hill Country. We don't do that Texas noise. Meanwhile, A&M more like feels a lot like I think Ohio State when they go to Texas, and Texas treats them a lot like Michigan, right? It's a public school masquerading as private school. It's just Texas be out and about with, no, we know who we are. We know you want to be like us. We know you want our money. You can't get there. And A&M could say, you know what? We might be agriculture and mechanical engineering, but we can still whoop your ass. And then Texas is like, oh, for real? Kind. Play us then. No, we hate y'all. We're in the SEC. We're in a better league. Y'all playing the Big 12. Big 12 ain't nobody. Ain't nothing. Yeah, but we won it. Yeah, because we weren't there. Y'all were here, and y'all ain't won nothing since 1998. Well, we moved, and now we playing better competition. So, it's been a little bit more difficult to get the SEC championship game, to which Texas goes, oh, really? Watch this. Proceeds to put together the kind of season where it was up to A&M in the first game back in this rivalry. If you beat Texas, you can kick them out of the SEC championship. It looks that way. A lot of things had to go their way, but looks that way for the most part. And Texas decided to just sit on their chest. Outstanding defense, run the ball, suffocate Texas A&M. It was 17-0 at half. Arch Manning ran for a touchdown. Like, if you're an A&M fan, that's not how you drew it up. And you know what? It makes more sense that you take that loss to Auburn, because that was debilitating. That sucked, because now you have to do this again while watching Texas play in the SEC championship game and then make the college football playoff semifinal for a second consecutive year, and you ain't done neither one of those things. Never mind that Texas A&M got off to a really fast start. It's that they finished 1-4 that Mike Elko is going to have to be dealing with, and Trev Albert's going to have to be dealing with. But I think that team could win 6 games this year. But if one of them is Texas, everybody on that team is minted for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, period. You finally beat Texas. And again, this would be the first time that A&M had beaten Texas since 2010. But more than that, it would be the first time in the last 6 attempts, second time in the last 6 attempts that A&M would have been able to beat Texas. And they've watched Texas win in 2005. They watched Texas have a great chance to win in 2008. They've seen Texas go up and down, get back there in 2009, then more or less go into the dumpster for the next 15 years, only to come out with Quinn Ewers, who I still think is not getting his fair shake and due for what he was able to accomplish at Texas. Remember this, that man won a Big 12 championship, got them to their first college football playoff, got them to the SEC championship game, got them to the college football playoff semifinal, and beat A&M in his first attempt, and beat Alabama on the road with Nick Saban as head coach by double digit. Like, there needs to be more said about what Quinn Ewers is able to do to put Texas in this position where they should be playing for the national championship this year. That it should happen. But I look at A&M and I see Marcel Reed, and I'm going, ugh. We know what Marcel Reed is about, right? That just, at best, point guard, but throwing for 250, not throwing 2 picks in a game. I don't know about that. I don't know that on average, 250 on average. If he's a 250, 150 guy, then A&M is playing in the playoff. That's it. But if he's not, we got a problem here. We got a problem here. Mike Elko's defense can only do so much if you can't score. And that's up to, the offense. We'll see what that means, right? Because Colin Klein seems to know what he is doing, and it seems to be the kind of offense that can win games, but can it be the kind of offense that can beat the upper echelon of college football? And that is what Texas is. So if they can get that done, they can beat Arch Manning. They can spoil Texas' opportunity to get to the SEC championship game. Once again, it'd be great for A&M. Texas fans be like, I just don't see it, dog. And you know what? I hear you. But it still is interesting to think about.